All right, ladies and gentlemen. If ScooNews were a rock band, this gentleman would be the frontman with the mic, the energy, and the vision. Fondly called Nokia Bhai by some of our educators, he is the man who turns bold ideas into bigger stages and is the reason why we are all gathered here today. To kick off the ScooNews Global EdFest 2025, please put your hands together for the ever-spirited, ever-curious Mr. Ravi Santlani, founder and CEO of ScooNews.
Thank you. Before I go on the stage, I request Sandeep sir to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Ravi. So you've seen these three NGOs in Jaipur, and a lot of work being done, a lot of work to be done. So I just got this message from Colonel Rao that he has committed to give 1 lakh to the visually impaired organization. And exactly what we needed was, their wish list is 1 lakh to get the latest braille machine. And of course, the other organizations, the HIV and them, you can talk about in the evening as to what they need. I've got messages, we'll be able to handle that. Thank you so much. And just one thing, Ravi, can you beat it that there's one organization for the deaf and dumb? We asked them their wish list. They said we cannot sit for competitive examinations because we don't have the GK or current affairs paper. So there's one gentleman in Jaipur who does current affairs every day, but now he's going to do it separately for deaf and dumb also. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, Sandeep sir, for putting this together for us. Last year, it was our idea to start the conference with a bit of inclusion. I mean, I run a media house, and a lot of folks from around the world, they write for our magazine, they come for the conferences, they deliver keynotes and discussions, and everything happens. And inclusion is something which is in the forefront. And we said, I mean, this is something that we should also adopt. And last year, we had Disha, a school for specially able students who performed, and I think it was really received well. Thank you once again, Sandeep sir, for everything that you do for education. We started in 2017. I still don't want to remember that. It was a big disaster. The only sigh of relief for me was that my friend Laksharaj ji was there. उसके अलावा तो मैंने 10 मिनट लेट किया, 2 घंटे तक लेट कॉन्फ्रेंस हो गई. वहाँ से मैंने एक चीज़ सीखी, किसी के लिए इंतज़ार नहीं करना. कॉन्फ्रेंस 8:30 है तो 8:30 पे चालू करें, एक बंदा हो या 1000 हो, जब तक आप 10 मिनट बोलेंगे पूरा हॉल भर जाएगा. So I think this is one thing that I learned, which is still missing in many, many big conferences around the world. Today, I am very, very proud to repeat what Shreya said. We have a very strong representation of 24 states and 4 union territories in this very hall. If I start taking out names of states, I mean, you'll see people coming in. Even thanks to Sirana sir, we have a representation from Port Blair this year. Because of your introduction to the Indian Navy schools, we got one school from there. I would just want to share a very small story about a very special person in my life that Laksharaj Singh Mewad is. 2016 is when I founded ScooNews. And I met Sanjay Datta sir. He was the then headmaster of the school, later became the CEO. And I had a pleasure of meeting Laksharaj ji, and I said, so you run 2 schools in Udaipur, Maharana Mewad Public School and Maharana Mewad Vidya Mandir. How about coming as a keynote speaker to my first conference in Delhi, 2017, ScooNews Global Educators Fest 2017, and I invited him. He delivered a keynote. We still have that video. I think that's the only video which has gone viral. I mean, there were other speakers, but then again, that is still viral. We have 160K views on that. But that's not the whole story. But after we finished the conference, Laksharaj ji said कि एक कॉफ़ी तो पिलाना चाहूँगा मैं आपको. कॉफ़ी पियेंगे? मैंने कहा ठीक है साहब. अब लक्षराज जी से बेहतर ओरेटर मैंने देखा नहीं है. उन्होंने बोला कि यार ये भी सौभाग्य की बात होनी चाहिए कि महाराणा प्रताप के वंशज कॉफ़ी पिलाने के लिए आपको बुला रहे. तो आई थिंक दैट वाज समथिंग दैट आई स्टिल हैव इन माय हार्ट. एंड ही सेड, रवि यार थे भी राजस्थान का, मैं भी राजस्थान का, ये शिक्षा को जमावड़ो अड्डे कहीं लगाया, आप इसको राजस्थान लाइए. मैंने मजाक में कहा कि यार राजस्थान आप पहले से आओ, बुलाइए, हम आ जाएंगे. I got a call from his office. 2018 conference was hosted by then Maharaj Kumar Sahib, Dr. Laksharaj Singh Mewad, and now Sriji Huzur, Dr. Laksharaj Singh Mewad. And from there, I used to, as a student, I used to watch these automobile advertisements 0 to 100 in 6 seconds, only because of this man. ScooNews went 0 to 100 in 0 seconds. Thank you, Laksharaj ji. You are the patron of the conference, and you very well deserve that. I'd like to thank our special guest, Devyani ma'am. It's 4th year in the row. आपको convince karna bada mushkil tha pehli baar, but I think after that it's a tradition that the first night always is sponsored and brought to you by Devyani Jaipuriya ji. Thank you so very much for all that you do, and especially what you do at Shiksha Kendra in Delhi. You run DPS International, you have beautiful Dharav High School in Gurgaon, 2 in Jaipur, and you also have DPS Sector 45. But what is very special to me, as well as Ajiti ma'am, is Shiksha Kendra, where you teach, and you kind of have 1,800, ma'am? 2,200 students studying completely free of cost in the same infrastructure. Big congratulations, and thank you very much for being there. This year, we also wanted to kind of also include a lot of other schools besides CBSE, IB, Cambridge, and State Board. A very big thank you to Air Vice Marshal H.S. Sidana, Assistant Chief of Education, Air Force, for not just supporting us, but also bringing in a contingent of 24 school leaders. And you can see there are 10 education officers sitting right behind AVM Sidana. There are 14 school principals in the civil dress. Thank you very much, AVM Sidana. Really, really appreciate that. And I think you also played a very important role to help us get school leaders from Indian Navy schools as well. Thank you so very much, sir. I would not take much time, but I'd like to tell you that, at ScooNews, this stage is made available to those who matter. This stage is a very, very exclusive stage. Every year we receive speaking requests from around the world. This year, very happy to share, we received 757 speaking requests for this conference. That is the level of this conference. All I can say is, I respect my conference time. I would urge all my speakers to request everyone's time. Please engage with each other. If you happen to go out and come from the other entry, there are 2 beautiful boards out there. Egos and arrogance, there is no entry for that. Be kind to others, hug them, give them a warm hug, take their numbers, bring gifts. There is also a beautiful concept that we have started. It's called the Great Indian Potluck. We wrote an email, and there are a few who brought things from. I've bought Phantom cigarettes, Swad, Purane Zamane ki toffees, Imlis, some handicraft from Jaipur, and everything. Lastly, I also want to tell you that we invest almost 80 to 85% of the conference expenses that we organize this one in Jaipur to ensure that money goes to my hometown and my home state. We replace the Chinese trophies with hand block, the block printing. I'm sure a lot of you have bought block print shirts. So there are these artisans who chisel the wood and they carve it. So those awards are there. You will see shortly. We have our 10 teacher warriors there. So our request to everyone is that, if you're from Uttarakhand, sir, please invest in your own city. We have people coming in from Delhi, Bombay. We always hire our vendors, and I think that's where, we also invest in the gig economy of Rajasthan. And finally, a big, big announcement that this year we are in the 8th year of Teacher Warriors 2025. It was firstly announced in 2017, where we had 10 winners of Teacher Warriors. And Lakshraj ji was present over there, and he kind of rewarded them. My colleague Shreya is going to talk about a very big blunder mistake that we've been doing since last 8 years. So I'll rather let you speak on that. But nonetheless, when my Teacher Warriors come, I would really appreciate these 3 schools, HIV positive, Raise Asha, and then you have the deaf and mute students, and then you had visually impaired. Please come forward. Thank you to Colonel Satya Rao from Narayana Group of Education. You were the first to commit 1 lakh rupees. You silently said, but again, thanks to Colonel Sekhar, who basically shined a spotlight on you. You said, please don't announce my name. But nonetheless, if there is anything that you want to give to these students, Sandeep Sethi sir is sitting right there. Please go to him, ask. And finally, Teacher Warriors is something which is very close to my heart. This year, we are in the 8th edition. We have 80 Teacher Warriors. In the next 2 years, we will be completing a century, 100 Teacher Warriors. Teacher Warriors are those superheroes who don't wear any capes. These are the folks who could possibly get millions of dollars in salaries, but they chose to work silently to teach the lesser privileged. So we have the next section coming up of Teacher Warriors. So when you meet these people, these are super amazing people, please meet them over the next 2 days and show them your love. So with that, I'd request Shreya to take this forward, and thank you very much. No standing ovation, but a large applause.